that's what we'll do. And just kind of relax. Shoot a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me and if it sounds good. I can like turn it up and turn it down and do all sorts of crazy stuff. So if you can, that would be eternally helpful, I guess is what we say. Let's see. I'm gonna do one thing right here. There we go. Oh well. Sweet. Let's go over to the GNS 530. I accidentally went backwards in time and it looks like this now. Okay, just kidding. It looks like this. Here's the GNS 530. Though we didn't go back in time to a blank panel, we did go forward in time, like very little. Like almost pause little. So yeah. Today I think we're gonna get the soldering iron out and just fix these, and I think that'll be something we can do that should be good. I'll get my little soldering iron, and then that'll be good. I'm using these little black wires for ground, and then I'm going to individually wire it to a little Arduino. Not a little Arduino, it's actually an Arduino Mega. Oh. But yeah. It looks like the Aviator Guy 16 is here, and it also looks like Yummy, Glazy, and Kenny B17 Pilot are here. So welcome everyone, it's a pleasure having you. Really excited to get started at this time because I think we're gonna make a fair amount of progress. Maybe. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Audio a bit low. I can raise that. If it's over here, that's probably because just because I'm so far away, but I think I can raise that. Here, I'll just raise the gain a little bit. Yeah. Is this better? I think that should be a little bit better. Yeah, sweet. And then we have solder. I don't know why I'm so excited about this, but I am, and it's wonderful. I'm actually... Let's turn it on, get it preheating, and then I'll also want to turn on this helping hand. You don't turn it on, but I think you might know what I mean. Oh. Here we go. Sweet. So we have our helping hands. I don't think we'll actually need them because that's not really how this works. And then here's something we really want though. A solder fan taker outer of the air. Fume extractor. There we go, that's the word I'm looking for. So fume extractor, and that's so that it's all healthy to breathe, because we really don't like when it's unhealthy to breathe. Sweet. And then this is gonna have a little noise. There we go. Okay. So we have our wire right here. It's just a standard package. It's what you call the hookup wire. Yeah. And then you get a bit of the black wire because I'm using it for ground, and then solder it together. I'm gonna see if I can't change my camera angle a little bit. How's this gonna work? Yeah, I don't always think these things completely through, but here we go. I hope the audio is better. So here is our panel. We're soldering. Here's our soldering iron, all set up, ready to go. Oh, and here's my podcast mic stand. It's wooden. It's super crazy. Look at it. Haha. Anything else? So then, I assume if we just get more connections going, we should be good there. It doesn't look like we have a crazy amount of buttons that we need to get soldered, so we should be pretty good to go. Just do some standard soldering. And I'm gonna go into the void again. Yeah, let's get these wire strippers and these cutter things, pliers, the short ones, because these work well. So, at my wire, we can cut off a little bit, probably a little more than we need, because we can always make the wire shorter, we can't always make it longer. So yeah, how's everyone's day been going? I guess now is a good time to ask that, because we're just doing wiring. Not just doing wiring, we're doing amazing wiring. Best in class. If it looks a little cluttered, don't worry, that's because it is. Okay, stuff. These snips. Okay. Control panel programs. Okay, apparently you can uninstall your life. And the pliers that cut stuff, these are called snips. I'll make sure I'm saying the right word, actually, because that would be embarrassing if the entire time I was doing it wrong. Wrong tool. Okay. 3D printed ones. Okay. I'll have to look it up. Look into it. That's what I needed the helping hands for. These little wires right here. Yeah, these I need to hold with the helping hands. Come back. You see, if you tell a tool you don't need it anymore, it gets lost forever, because it's an emotional mess. So you gotta make sure you don't, like, accidentally offend it. That was a close one. He was still running away. Just be nice to your tools, and they'll be nice to you. Yeah, so here's the solder. This would have been a fantastic scene last, like, 2 live streams ago, because I had the foggles on, and it would look like clouds, I guess, or I don't know. It looks a little weird, to be honest. This one's probably gonna get demonetized or something. They're gonna be like, you are doing very bad stuff. And I'll be like, no, it's flight simulators. Yeah. Let's see. So then, if I just solder this on, should be good. Oh, and my other tool I like is the little tweezers, because you can just hold wires with the tweezers, and you don't burn your hand, you burn the tweezers. really hope I did this right. Oh, sweet, I did. So, that. Let's look at the chat. I mean the 3D printed ones. Not quite sure. Okay, sorry. Blue cutters. Oh, yeah, the blue cutters on the 3D printer. These are side snips. I like these a lot. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you, Flight Sim Maker. Hopefully you guys enjoy these types of live streams. They're not probably the most like action packed. I'm sure I could put some like music on. That'd be funny. But yeah, I thank you so much. I'll give you a thumbs up because you can't really see my face. It's kind of a weird angle, but that's just the way it works. Oh, I do have a few things that I put on my little list. Oh, and I also did forget to answer your question. Dash dash. I think that's your username. What kit or bezel am I using for this build? So this is just a piece of. Let's see. Actually, so here's what it looked like before, and here's what it looks like now. So I got a piece of ABS, 1/8" ABS, and then I cut it with a laser engraver. Not a laser engraver, a CNC mill, because we have a little small one, or because I got a little small one of a little while ago, and it's super good for cutting panels if you want that. A laser engraver would probably be better. That's really funny. It's reflecting off the green screen and blending through. A laser engraver probably would be better for this, but I don't have a laser engraver, so I'm using the CNC mill. What I did for this was use the CNC mill to just cut out the little holes. Though I imagine many of you don't have a CNC mill. I didn't have it for the majority of, for like 2/3 of my simulator life. So what I would recommend would be to drill holes and make your holes either circle, or make them circle and then file them out with a file or a rasp. It will take a lot of work, but I know you're up to it. Then the other thing you could do would be to import this into like SketchUp or Fusion 360, or like Sketch, or even the other one. And then just extrude it. So you could 3D print this too. That's what kit I'm using. I'm just building it myself. And then this is a prototype PCB board. You can find them super huge. Just make sure that it covers the area of the GNS 530. And then you can look up the dimensions online. I know for a fact it's 6.25 inches wide. Actually, do I? Let me check. Yeah, 6.25 inches wide. That's 158.75 millimeters, if anyone's wondering. I think that's right. Let's see. 6.25 6.25 inches. Oh, what did I just do there? Yep, 158.75. I think I was right. Not that any of you couldn't look that up yourself. Sorry. I guess I don't have to apologize for that because I was really providing value for anyone that wanted to know what 158 millimeters is in inches. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. Someone else was asking for me to play Bob Ross theme song music, which I think would be copyrighted, so I can't do that. I don't want to risk, like, taking the channel down. Here they are. These are the tweezers I was talking about. I I should have worn a lighter shirt, but they're little, like, things, and they're really good for picking up wires and making sure they're all settled properly. So yeah. How many more wires do I have? I believe I have like two more wires. So this part shouldn't be going on for too long. Yeah. Ooh, sweet. We got one all done. Let's see if we can't get another one. I made this wire too long. That was my fault. Should we... There we go. Sweet. I could even zoom in for you. That might help. Can I zoom in? If I can, I will. That's what we'll do. Okay, apparently the zoom doesn't work. So I was kidding when I said we'd zoom in. Will I make my Arduino code available for this build? I will do this build as a tutorial, because I have two little monitors for this, the Arduino monitors. So I will do that. But what I won't do, yeah, I will be using MobiFlight if I can. I assume I can with the new release. I will be using MobiFlight, and I will hopefully upload the .mcc file so you can have my configuration if you want it. And then I'll also be doing a configuration video, so look forward to that on the channel, unless you don't watch the videos. You just watch the live streams, which would be kind of funny. Yeah, look forward to that. Oh yeah, there is a new MobiFlight update, and I'm super excited about it. I actually installed the beta version of it during the MobiFlight video that I had just filmed, the rotary encoder to MobiFlight, and I'm so glad I filmed that video, because the one before it was not good at all, like in terms of accuracy and timeliness. I feel like my information has gotten a lot denser right now, so because I'm giving more information per minute, I guess. And I used to be like, so yeah, here we're doing this, and but now I feel like I'm getting better as a presenter. And it's funny because my style's changed a lot. I used to make 5-minute videos, and now every video I've made is over 10 minutes. Can I do a phone a fried? I might do that in a second. I want to finish soldering these, but I do like the phone a friend little thing. I feel like it's pretty fun. I think there is actually little music I can play if I go to the little soundbar thing. We could try that. Let's see. Oh, I need more solder. This brings up a good point, actually. I'm actually getting more into PCB design, so I'm learning Eagle, which is super fun. I enjoy it a lot. So you can probably see PCB design over the radar somewhere. I don't know if let's see, how should I say this? It won't be like super immediate though, because I'm actually right now working on a super fun project, and I'll give you a sneak peek of it in a second. after this word from our sponsor. Just kidding. But you, but if you, but if you want to, we could actually see it right now. Everyone, right now, if you're super excited for my announcement, go ahead into the chat and say, like, potato. And if we get 3 people that say potato, I'll show you my excellent progress. Let's do this. And I'll turn on some jazz. Oh, and smash like as if it were a turtle in Mario. Wow, that was so much energy. That was like more energy than the entire first half of the stream combined. Okay, we have 3 potatoes. I'll show you my progress. Yeah, here's the back of the GNS 530. Just need one more connection over here, and then we're all grounded out, other than the wire that leads off of it. So we had Yummy that said potato 5 times. I keep not knowing that this is like a microphone. I'm so used to having my lav mic, but I really like this because it's not pinned to me, so I can go walk over here. But I don't like it because if I'm all the way over here, it's harder to hear. Okay, hopefully you heard that. We have so many people saying potatoes, and it's making me a little freaked out. Let's go back to camera angle 1, shall we? So, this is Fusion 360. Wait, if I have the microphone from this side, it looks like the microphone is like into the portal, which is over here. Okay, sorry, that was a little tangent. But yeah, inside Fusion 360, first, actually we can go to the expanded CAD view that's over here. It's like all zoomed in and stuff, so you can see better. I don't know, it's just slightly better because it's full screen mode, but I have the bottom bar too, so it's not full screen mode. Regardless, if I go to my show data panel, my recent data, I set it both ways to please everyone. Actually, it's not here, I'm sorry. Cessna 172 project version 3, section 1, and then 1-1 shell assembly, and boom, right here is my progress on the flight simulator. You're seeing this before anyone else in the entire world, except for me. But this is even before Instagram. Wow. But you'll see right here, I have this front profile, and this is section 1. It's the useless section. Yeah, everyone's asking me why I'm doing this first section, and my answer is threefold. Actually, probably only 2 reasons, but I said threefold because 3 is a better number. The first reason is because I really need to practice my form, my like bending of plywood and how I'm gonna make the structure work. And I want to take this one super seriously and have that work well before I ever go on to the sections that go further back, so I don't mess up the ones that are really critical. And the second reason is because I think it looks really cool. I don't really like how flight simulators are like beautiful and then it just like donk cuts off. And then the third reason is that this can be a storage facility, so it could have a computer potentially, though there are cooling and heating concerns. It could have extra parts if I ever need extra parts. It could have sound systems, vibration systems. It could have a little snack bar. The possibilities are endless with this extra real estate. So that's why I'm doing this little section here. Do I want to make people say something else that's funny in the chat? Let's see. If you say if you say mini fridge, I'll show you more progress. Okay. Let's see. I think I missed a ton of things. Let's see. I'm gonna do phone a friend later in the live stream. Here's my progress this week. Hope you like it. Hello, Big Bob. Hello, Revo Truck Simulator. It's super fun to have everyone here. And Yummy, 3 separate people have to say mini fridge, mini fridge, mini fridge. That's the way the spell works. You can't steal everyone else's mini fridge. Okay. And it's Michael Schultz. Hello, Mikey. It's really fun to see you. And also, B Squad Leader came on. So, welcome, B Squad Leader. Welcome, Mikey. And I hope you all enjoy the live stream. I'm working on the GNS 530, though right now we're taking a little snack break. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 people said mini fridge, so I'm going to show you my extra progress right here. Yeah, so you'll see this body right here is what is just the construction geometry. It's what a real Cessna 172 would theoretically take up, plus or minus a few inches. So here's what it should look like, and then right now I just have this front portion. So here's all here's this, and it should be taken out of wood. So this will be 3/4 inch plywood, or technically it's like 11/16 or something crazy ridiculous like that, because they didn't want to go 3/4. They wanted to make it slightly cheaper. I don't know. So here's the plywood right here, and then I want to show you how I made the sketch on it, because I think it's really genius. What I did was I took the midpoint of from here to here, and that's just the origin line, and then I took the midpoint from the top to the bottom, and then that makes the center point of the entire model. So if you split this in fourths, that would be the center point. What I did from there was make a few little chunks for supports, which I'll talk about later in the video. I'm not going to give too much away. And I did another one for supports. You'll notice this one's at an angle, and I'll tell you why in the video. And then, let's see. Yeah, another one right here. This one's also at an angle, so just be careful about that. But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, these shouldn't be constrained up here. They should actually be constrained down here. So yeah, I'll fix that before I publish the video. The video is going to be on Tuesday, hopefully. There was a little bit of a delay this week because I had a bunch of rendering problems, and I really had to fix those before I went on to the next video. So there was a little bit of a bottleneck, but I hope to get this video at least published. The next video should be basically a building video. Okay, let me go back to the chat. Oh, I should have a little like Back to the Future thing that's like da na 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 na. Oh, and I got this podcasting mic, so I can sing pretty now, and it's beautiful. So yeah. Oh, and I had this window open the whole time. I'm really sorry. That really ruined your experience. I'm sorry. But yeah, here's the background. It's basically this thing we have going here, but just a background instead. Yeah, right here. So yeah, there we go. I'll go back to the chat, and then we'll go back to building. That was the little tangent. Thank you everyone for saying potato and mini fridge. It means a lot to me. Smash like. I still think that's so funny to me. Holy crap, it looks sick. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me because I have a lot of ego attached to this project. How is my form? Captain Bob, 2021. Yeah. Hello. Oh yeah, I already read that one. Hello, Captain. Have a good live stream session. Oh, thank you. Put a mini fridge in it, lol. That I'm actually going to add to my idea list because, as they say, no idea is a bad idea. It just doesn't have enough free time. I don't know. Actually, I think no one says that. I think I just made that up right now. I am working on the GNS 530. I know I already answered this one, but I feel like I just skipped through the chat. So yeah, GNS 530. We're getting back to it in a few seconds. Where will the screens go in this build? That's an excellent question. There will be one screen in front of me, but I assume you already know that. I have to look out into the outside world. But I'm kidding. This screen right here will go onto it like this. And then, let me make sure it's the right orientation. And then it'll sit in between the PCB and the front panel. So yeah, that is what it should look like. And then I also 3D printed a little part right here that makes it go at an angle, so it's prettier. Hello, friend. Hello, Isaac. It's super fun having you attend the live streams. Thanks for coming, and I hope you have a good time. Everyone, grab a bag of popcorn and sit down. I don't know. Unless you can't do either of these. Like, right now I'm actually standing up, so if I were to sit down, it would kind of be an awkward live stream. Thanks for all the videos. I was able to get all the stepper motors, switches, etc. working thanks to you. That is amazing, Brian Crosby. That's really good to hear, and I'm so glad that you found the videos helpful. That's really why I do them, so that you guys can figure out how to make flight simulators, and this is an excellent story of one that's gone really well, I think. So yeah, that's brilliant, and I'd love to see it. You can email me. My email is in the description if you want to email pictures. That's totally awesome, Brian. Mini fridge. I forgot about that. Luke Trout says mini fridge. Does anyone else say mini fridge? Oh yeah, back when I sung, someone auto-tuned my singing and posted it under the memes channel in my Discord. I would love that. And also, if you just take any weird screenshots during my live stream and caption them, put them in the memes channel, and I will maybe delete it if I hate it. Just kidding, I won't. I usually laugh. Image, Back to the Future copyrights that. Yeah, Back to the Future is going to copy my entire live stream because I was singing the theme song like a boss. Imagine. Okay, is it a touchscreen? It is not a touchscreen. I don't even think the real one is, so that would make the real one feel bad. Good morning, Sayo the Orange. I hope I pronounced that right. Good morning. I watched your video and decided to use MobiFlight to make a cockpit. I will start the project from this morning as well. I support your project. Thank you so much, CO the Orange from Japan. So thank you. Sorry. So that's really cool. I wish you the best of luck on your flight simulator project. That's gonna be really cool. Have fun on your MobiFlight adventures. So yeah, now I'm going to shift gears and go on back to the Cessna 172 project. No one auto-tuned that either, please. So yeah, we just need one wire, and you can't see it, of course. That would be hilarious. Yeah, we're moving through space back here, so just make space noises if all of you are good with that. Hopefully you like the audio. My friend convinced me to buy a microphone, and it's so brilliant. I love it. Okay, I actually soldered the wrong one. Or not soldered it the wrong one, but I was going to, and that's what freaks me out. So we have this much wire. We're going to cut it right here with these. And these are by far my favorite tools. Not by far, okay. These two are like the most common tools I use. If any of you, so go over to your local hardware store and get a pair of like shorter tweezers, not tweezers, pliers, and then Harbor Freight has these wire strippers, or you automatic wire strippers, or you can go over to Amazon and they have them too. Just make sure they're not the super tiny ones that are like 2 centimeters tall. Make sure they're like full-size ones you can put in your hands and like use, because I have a pair of little tiny ones that are adorable and they don't work at all, but they are adorable. They could be a prop or something in back on my shelf or something. We will go back into Fusion 360 later in the live stream, so if any of you missed that part, I'll revisit it briefly. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Sweet. It's so weird though, because you can pick up so much more on this microphone, because I don't have it in shock mount or anything, so if I like click click click, everything's like or at least that's what I imagine it's like. I can even put my earplugs in and see what you guys hear. Let's see what that's like. I bet you guys are having a pretty fun time with the fan in the background. It's probably like I get distracted so easily. This is why these live streams are a little funny. But yeah, see, I can hear you. That's super cool. There we go. So yeah, just gonna solder this wire onto here, and then we'll have all the grounds done, and I'll do the rest of the wiring separately. Should probably not solder with this on, because I don't want to damage any of the electronics, because I'm not really good at soldering these electronics. They're kind of tiny, especially like these ones, like super tiny. I'm sure I could do it though. I just don't want to. Whew. Sweet. Let's see. It looks like Cool Dude 3D Gamer says hi, and I say welcome to the live stream. It's a pleasure having you. I want to say that line from Mr. Rogers where he's like, you know what makes me happy? Just you being here. And I think that's such a funny line, because it's so true for me, because I'm like, thank you so much for coming, everyone. It's really fun. It's fun having a lot of people like you here, especially you, and I mean you specifically, because it's fun to chat and have a fun time. This community is like so great. It's probably one of the most fantastic communities out there, like ever. So yeah, just you being here. Yeah, this PCB is almost all the way finished. We might do something to strengthen this bend out of the PCB, because it does have a crack in it, so it won't affect any of the electronic capabilities of it, but we do want to strengthen that if we can. So yeah, I'm thinking just some steel wire will help a lot. So yeah, right where we left off last time was probably right about where we should take off today. So, here we go. Yeah, it looks good. I'm not skipping any of them. This one could be better, actually, now that I look at it closer. And I could add more solder to this one, just to make it kind of flow better. Just gotta make sure it doesn't short out or anything, because that would be very bad. What kind of LCD screen did you get? And for the buttons, will you place something else over the top? Okay, so the LCD screen I got was a 5-inch Arduino, like, just look up 5-inch LCD Arduino, and you should get a pretty good idea. Or actually, it's a Raspberry Pi one. It doesn't have the perfect aspect ratio for the GNS 530, so I had to make a little adapter right here. And you'll have to reshrink the window a little bit to make that work perfect. So yeah, you will have to get an adapter. Where was I going with that? I did 3D print this adapter to make it fit the screen properly. That's this little bezel here that makes it all pretty. So that's what I did for that. Just look up 5-inch. Let me get the resolution for you. Yeah, here you go. 5-inch 800 by 480. I wouldn't, if you can, find one that's a little closer to the 4:3 aspect ratio. It's really up to you, though. This one works perfectly, too. And, yeah. I really like these live streams because they're probably the most concentrated flight simulator experience I get in a week, because I have a lot of calculus in school. Here's my calendar, and all of the highlighted stuff is calculus, and I don't like that. I really like calculus, but I don't like how it's taking up my life. I gotta get, like, more speedy at it, I guess. Watch more YouTube videos. I'm glad to hear that you know about Mr. Rogers. Me too. He's a great he's a he's a great guy. There's the documentary about him that was released pretty recently. It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and that's what, like, I guess, made me find out about him. And then, yeah. And then I watched Mr. Rogers on pbskids.org. I also watched Curious George on pbskids.org. Don't judge. Okay. This marks another transition in the project. If I was super smart, I would have, like, a stinger that would go but I didn't do that yet. Enolux display JNA OC3. Let me search Google for this. Yeah, this one would be probably perfect. I'm actually gonna bookmark this because I think it's really good. Other bookmarks, and done. Sweet. What do you think the total cost for this build would be? Let me do a quick rundown. Probably roughly $10-15 for the plastic, whether that be filament, ABS, whether that be filament, like 3D printing for the buttons, ABS, this sheet of plastic I got, or or even both if you just do the like calculated amount for like how much you use. Um, yeah, so probably $15 plastic, uh, $5 PCB, $5 electronics. I should probably add this up. I'm just like saying random numbers and you're probably so confused. I'm not gonna add it up in my head. I'm gonna get a calculator. Ha! I'm gonna get a calculator because I can. 50 plus 20, 50 plus 20 plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. Actually, I said 15, didn't I? I like calculators because they're parametric. You see, if I go back and adjust one of the numbers before I press enter, I can go back and adjust the total very easily. So yeah. And then if you want to get dual concentric rotary encoders, those are $20 each, and there are 2 of them, plus 40. Screen, filament. Oh, wires. Just factor in $3. Potentiometers, probably factor in $5 if you go on Amazon. If you're gonna use the potentiometers, they're for volume. And then $15 for the yeah, $15 for the Arduino. Yeah. So yeah, this is a pretty good rundown in the comment section, and my total comes out to 138, and then that's basically what I used. How do you get in calc? I'm in trig, and I'm only in trig, and I'm 17. It's stressful. Let me tell you. Okay, Tyler asked, do you think the 5:30 is going to be done today? Oh. It probably won't be, just because I'm talking to you. And I'm not always completely efficient when I'm talking to you, but I enjoy it like 1,000 times. So yeah, like just then I took like 5 minutes to answer the comments, and I really enjoyed it. It was a great experience. But here's the PCB. We're gonna drop off of this, but I thought I might as well show you my spacer thing. Another thing I forgot was spacers, so I guess the total is up to like 142-ish. Yeah, so the spacers just go onto holes I drilled in the PCB prototype board, and then it just comes off like this, and it's very smooth. I like it. Anything else fancy about this? Not really. I'm gonna go back to my 530 design. Let's search for 530. Oh yeah, here it is. Let's hide the the data panel. The data panel is so annoying because once you like start working on, because I always record stuff and I'll like start working on it and I'll be like halfway through a recording and then I'll just notice the data panel was open the entire time and I'll be like, that's annoying. It's gonna be super, like, it'll look super bad. But yeah, that's just something I have against it. But I only have it against it because I record videos. If I didn't, I would be a-okay with it being open all the time, because I don't really care, but you guys might. Yeah. I think right here somewhere in the world we had a little button. Am I just going crazy or something? Let's go to recent data. data. GNS 530. I could have sworn I had a button somewhere in space. Does anyone know where my button is? Base? No, I don't think that's it. This is why you have an organized file system, children. Oh yeah, and Discord is open too. That's funny. If you haven't already, join the Discord in the link in the description below. And yes, I mean you if you haven't already. It's really fun because there are a ton of people that just join the Discord and then you can talk to them, talk with them. It's really interesting. There's a lot of cool simulator projects going on in there. I honestly can't even comprehend some of the beautiful designs that are done. So yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead, do that right now. I'll wait. Just kidding, I won't. It's a live stream. But I really don't know where my button went. We're gonna try going to an earlier version of this, and we found a culprit. Oh my goodness, I deleted a button. How hideous is that? So version 4 right here, if we open this, you'll notice that we have our button right here. So apparently there was a version I saved where the only thing I did was like, see this button right here? I hate it. Let's delete it. So yeah, that was almost awful, but it wasn't, so that's good. We have this button right here. You can't see it, but basically what I did was I went version 5 is this right here, and then version 4 is this. So legit, the only change I did was I went over, deleted the button somehow, and then went on to the next version, and it was like, ha, swag on that. So I'm gonna promote version number 4 to version number 5, and this makes it version number 6. So we'll go over to version number 6 with the button, and because we have the button, we can do all sorts of crazy things. Let's open this, and we're good. Okay, crazy things are happening, people. We're gonna just exit out of everything because we don't want anything to happen that's inadvertent, so to say. Do I want to save? I don't think I want to save changes to GNS 530 version 4, because that would make it, let's see, that would make it version 4, version 5, version 6, which is also 4, version 7, which is also 4. So I'm not going to save this, and let's hope for the best. Maybe I should have saved it, and it looks like I should have. Why is there a version with just a deleted button? I'm so confused. Let's, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'll open this, and this time I think I'll save, right? Control save. This is a little bit of an issue I'm having. Promote. I wonder if we make it a milestone. Now let's exit, and this time I think I should save, right? Okay, GNS 530. This time it should work. Phew. Version 8. So 4 of the versions were just me being like, the button should exist. No, it shouldn't. Yes, it should. No. Yes. So that's what just happened. I'm really sorry. So yeah, that's what happened. It looks like the chat has been super epic and really helpful to everyone, so I'll just scan through it really quickly. It looks like Mario from EME Creative Lab is giving a little rundown of everything, and do you think the get a 3D printer life hack? Get a 3D printer. This is a wonderful point in CAD. I design a lot of things for 3D printing, and it's been a lifesaver. Not like the little mint, like is something that's been really helpful. I'll show you one of my projects right here. It's a little do not disturb sign, and basically what happens is you have one thing right here, and you can put it to one side for live streaming and put it to the other side for not live streaming, and it's beautiful. Get a 3D printer, you can do tons of creative stuff. And I know I'm opening 2 copies of the same thing. Here we go. Yeah, that's just my little do not disturb sign. It's brilliant. What's my favorite airplane? Definitely the Cessna 172. I think this video even has a little hashtag Cessna 172 Tyler is actually an aircraft developer for X-Plane 11, and cockpit building interests him as well. Yeah, 3 of the primary limiting factors of cockpit building, in my experience, are time, space, and knowledge. So yeah, you don't have to do it expensively though. Just find a little bit of stuff you can do and build from there. Even if it's like a cardboard thing, you got it. You can do it, Tyler. I think I've also seen you around in Discord servers. But yeah, that's super cool that you're an aircraft developer. I've wanted to go into that a little bit, but I make excuses and stuff, which is a little annoying. Cool. Right now I'm downloading Zeebo. Zeebo is super good. I would recommend it from all the people who've had it in the past. We'll see. You should build planes for FS 2020. Yeah. I'm sorry I say FS 2020. Technically it's Microsoft Flight Simulator. I just like it saying FS 2020. It's funny. Again with the data panel. Okay. So, what I'm going to do right here is take this button. It's under the bodies folder. And then we're going to make a new component. And this is going to be a standard component. We're going to name this Burton Button. I'm really sorry you have to deal with my naming schemes. I just really like naming things really funnily. Is that a name? But yeah. So we're gonna put this button, if we can, into this Burton the Button folder. And here we have Burton the Button. If I could, I would also move these sketches, but I can't, which is so sad. I really should have moved everything like to the proper place. Yeah. Currently working on a J3 Cub for both FS 2020, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and X-Plane. That's really cool. Mike of the Century Award goes to Captain Bob. Thank you. I would just like to say thank you, everyone. Also working on Draco. That's really cool. Sorry. Life hack, get a 3D printer. Okay, sorry, I want to skim through this. Let me know when you want to start doing that stuff. I'll gladly help you out. That would be super awesome. What I do is I highlight the message and then search Google for it, so like I have a little thing about it. I will definitely take you up on that, with time probably though. Zeebo is great. Musfus. Okay. Sweet. There we go. This rotary encoder, I'm working on it. It's one of the things that I just need to print it out to see if my prototype is going well. And then I can make adjustments. It works similarly to, it's based off of actually this one person before Flight Sim Makers dual encoder, and then I also took some ideas from Flight Sim Makers thing as well. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's Tyler1. Oh yeah, I've seen you around. That's how I know. So yeah, I'll just not email you. I'll DM you. But yeah, here's how the rotary encoders work. They twist and stuff. That was a complete distraction on my part. I'm really sorry. I just saw them lying on the desk, and I was like, these will be so epic. What we are doing, and that's why I'm in the fancy view right here. We are doing is adding numbers to the buttons and letters. So what we're gonna do is duplicate this, and just go over here, and I can't decide if I want to make super many components or So I have a few options. I can make a ton of individual buttons that each say like button 1 with a little 1 on it, button 2 with a little 2 on it, button 3 with a little 3 on it. So yeah, I'm kind of having trouble with that, and I don't know what I should do. If I should batch produce and make a ton of buttons, or if I should make each button individually, or just make one button to rule them all and have a bunch of sketches on top of the button and just single out the first one. So yeah, this is a complicated design decision in my opinion. Probably not in your opinion. You're probably like, will this dude just get on with the show? So yeah, let's see. Let's first, I think we're gonna go the not the I think we're gonna go the way where we have a ton of buttons and each of them are a button copied and then also a number stamped onto it. What I'm gonna do is make a rectangle pattern, and then this rectangle pattern will let me edit the initial button. So this will let me edit Burton if I need to and shrink it or make it shorter just in case I need to make a single button shorter or taller. And then, yeah, I think the rectangle pattern will be good. We're gonna probably replicate bodies, not features. Should we do components? Okay, I'm gonna try components, and if it goes crazy and makes like 6 million components, I'm gonna be a little angry. I don't think it'll do it, but if it does, oh, you will feel the wrath. Okay, suppress, so 3 by 3, and then we want the distance 10, right? 10 by 10, I think. 100, wow. The suppress is on. To be completely honest, I forgot I kind of forgot how to do this. Not a lot, though. It's a little bit fresh. I think I need it to be greater than 10 millimeters. Like 100 millimeters. Let's go 50. I forgot I don't work in the metric system enough, so I have no clue what 50 millimeters is. If you have any clue what I'm doing wrong, point it out, because I love when you do that. Oh! I never selected an object. Yeah, that would definitely make this a little harder. Let's go to bodies, actually, because I want all of these, sorry. I want all of these bodies to go under this component, and what I'm trying to do right now is take one component and then mirror itself and create itself into a clone, and it's just a little bit weird. I'm gonna go duplicate bodies instead of components, and then I can just do this single button right here. That should work better. Suppress, Oh, directions. That's what I was missing. So yeah, make sure you have your directions all good to go. Otherwise, you don't know what to do. It's a little crazy. So this isn't what I want. Oh, I think I can press Control and select 2 directions. So yeah, this is what I want. I want 9 buttons, or like I want to make buttons like this. That was a funny problem. I haven't done that in a while. Plus or minus a few inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 buttons. So this is a 3x4 grid, basically. I don't know how to... No, I want it to be like this a little bit more, so... Yeah, we'll go to up to 4. So there'll be 12 buttons, and then we'll make them spaced a little more. So, should we make this spacing a little less so that they're packed in like a sardine can? I think this looks good. So this is what it'll look like. We'll have a ton of a ton of buttons, and that'll be super fun. Yeah. We'll go over here, and this created a ton of buttons. We got Burton the button 1, button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And yeah, they have to count like that exactly. Okay. Let's see. So, okay. This chat is getting super weird. Sorry about that. We're gonna go over here, and then we're gonna make all these buttons in a line, and then we're gonna add a little text to them. How long has this taken me? I should start timing myself, being like, how long does it take Trevor to perform simple tasks? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start a timer. Okay Siri, start a stopwatch. She didn't even press play. Okay. So yeah, there we go. And then we set a stopwatch. It's already been 12 seconds, and I gotta just put numbers on here. In fact, I'm gonna hide the chat because it's getting weirder by the second, and I think it's real weird. If anyone wants to be a moderator, DM me on the Discord, like for the live chats. That would be pretty epic. So yeah, I also don't like how they're not in order. That bugs me slightly. It's like, actually, is it in? No, it's not. Sick. Is it? Okay, I think I'm just skipping through them. It should be in order. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I was just imagining things, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, it's in order. Because I think with something like a while ago, it wasn't in order, and I was like, what? Let's see. Sorry about that. You can't mitigate everything. So we're back. We're just gonna make a bunch of sketches, and I can't decide if I should make one sketch to rule them all, or if I should make a ton of little ones. I think it would be smarter just to do one sketch, and yeah. What should I do here? I think I should create some text. And should I make it on a path? No, I just want to make it in normal, and we're gonna have this here. It made itself humongous, which we don't like. We're just gonna make it, we're gonna want to make it a little smaller. So the height is going to have to be the height is going to have to be 3.5 millimeters, or yeah, I think that's the radius. We could make it a little bit bigger, probably from here to here, and then center it. So 5 millimeters is the height of the text, and then text will just, yeah, go from, what I'll do, I think I shouldn't make it like constrained to anything. Just make it like this. The height of the text should be 5, and we'll see how that does. So this will be, could someone shoot me something with the thumbnail? I don't know. So I'm gonna look up GNS 530. I know there are like the little buttons, and there's other buttons, but I forgot them off the top of my head. So yeah, there is CDI, and this is a problem. The text is just too big. What are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna have to make it smaller. There's no other option that's easy. Actually, there is. Character spacing, I'm sure we could make negative, like negative 0.5, and they'd be closer together. Can we do that? Yeah, no, we can't. Character spacing has to be greater than 1. That's a little inconvenient. We're gonna see if there's any things. Not a fan of Arial narrow. We're just gonna have to go through these and see which one's the best. This is gonna be a little hard for like PROC, that one. And I think, oh, Georgia. No, Georgia is not the one we want. Let's go back to Arial. If anyone has a better font suggestion, shoot it in the chat and I'll go check it out. No, we want to make it 4 probably. I think 4 is a good fit. That makes it... What just happened? Oh, I pressed escape instead of enter. But we're getting better at this. 4 works. Not 400, 4, and then CDI, alignment, and go. I think that should be good. Then we can center this right here. And I'm sure we could constrain it actually. So we could set this midpoint on the text, this midpoint to the midpoint on here. I hope that doesn't constrain them. It looks like it did. So yeah. Oh, I'll just constrain it to a line that's on the midpoint. So a construction line. Yeah, it appears to be so. And then I'll set up something where the midpoint of this line is on this line. Not like that. Just kidding. It did do something. We're going to see if we can't constrain this line now to this line. This midpoint. There we go. Maybe. Nope. You worthless reptile. That's from How to Train Your Dragon. I think it's a funny quote. What we might try doing is just constraining this dot to the midpoint and then moving this up as needed. Let's undo that so we don't have any weird angles. And here we go. See at the midpoint, and we'll have to make this perpendicular. So this and this, make it perpendicular, and there we go. We could also constrain this to the midpoint, but I think it might be easier to make it not constrained. It actually looks less it's actually funny because it looks less perfect now, but I guess I just need to move the text box a little bit so that the text nicely fits, and then it'll be centered. Sweet. Are there any questions in the chat? Proc, VNav, flight plan, message, OBS, CDI. Sweet, thank you. Yeah, Fusion is pretty complicated. There are a lot of features. I haven't tried Blender, and it's for the exact same reason that I think Blender looks complicated, but I should probably try it before I judge it too much. I've gotten the hang of Fusion 360 pretty easily. I'm pretty proficient in it right now, but it does have areas of, like, pain, I guess. Let's see. We're gonna start from object, and we're gonna start from, like, we're gonna start from probably just the offset, and I'm gonna do an offset because I want it to start and not, like, have anything floating right here, because the fillet, I'm gonna see if I can show you this. There's a fillet right here, and this part right here will float a little bit. So we're gonna put this -1 so that it starts like further. -1, not 10. Yeah, just so that it doesn't go into anything. Yummy. That would be so fun. I have an essay due today, so probably not today, but definitely I will DM you. What if you download a button from online, you import it, and just add text? Okay. Download. Let's see. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, the reason I designed my own buttons for this was because I needed them to be a specific height. I guess I could have went through. Yeah, I guess I could have downloaded a button, especially a parametric button, but I think this button design is pretty simple, and I think I like it. I could have maybe gone lower on the fillets, and I could actually change it right now. Yeah. I could go back in time and change it, and that's the thing I love about parametric modeling. So yeah, here, distance, and this distance we want is gonna be it's gonna have to be, how much distance should I put to it? I know I want at least 1 millimeter, and then that, this is 0.5 millimeters, and then this is 1 millimeter extruding. Remember that I put the offset so it starts a millimeter in, just so there's no fillet confusion. So then it started a millimeter back, so it needs to go a millimeter to go to 0, and then however much. So I'll put it 2 millimeters right now, and then that'll be all good. That'll just be 1 millimeter. I think that should do it. And I just pressed cut. Which could be a good thing, could not be. Not really sure. I guess I never considered why I didn't do it this way. That could be a good idea, could very well not be. Cut. I'm gonna try joining it. I'm joining all of these because I have 12 of them right here, and they don't need to be pretty. Or I guess how should I say this? they don't need to each have like selectable faces. So yeah, button 1, no, which button is it? Button 3 right here now is this whole button. So yeah. Is topology? Okay. Let's see. Blender is better for modeling for games. Fusion is better for parts that need to be manufactured. Yeah, I think so. I think Fusion is more like sketch and like drawing oriented kind of. Yeah, I probably should have modeled my aircraft fuselage in Blender, but I did it in Fusion 360. I lived through it. Might have just been easier to learn Blender. Topology, yeah, I've heard the word topology used in Fusion 360, especially with what form workspace. So you'll be like, what's higher than the other and stuff like that. Yummy. If you know me, what's my real name? I don't think you're talking to me, so I won't say it. So yeah, let's go back to the topic at hand. That's what we're calling it now. Yeah. Is this a good stopping place? Okay, let's see how long it took me to do these buttons. 14 minutes to do one button. Yeah, this is the art of distraction. Try to be focused, Trevor. You're doing great, but be focused, my dude. Let's go back here, and then I think what we'll do is just start doing the same thing, but for others. And I'm actually going to start aligning these by hand, just so it's... just because the... I can't constrain these to be perfectly centered because I have to adjust something manually regardless, so it's kind of pointless to have a bunch of constraints if it's unconstrained anyways, right? When in terms of this, though I could like constrain this, I think it would just be easier to have the text on a separate plane just for this, and I might find a different way to design things in the future. What was my height before? I believe it was 4. And someone put in the chat what all the buttons are, and that was super helpful. Thank you, B-Squad Leader. And I think everything is capitalized because it's angry. Everything is super angry in flight simulators. I don't know why. I hope I can edit CAD. Okay, here we go. Oh, we have a... Houston, we have a problem. This is tricky. What I might do is just go into Inkscape, actually. And if I go into Inkscape, I can just import an SVG individually for each little word, and I can choose from a lot more fonts. So what I could just do is go like this and say proc. And then what I like about Inkscape is they have a lot more powerful text editing, so I could choose a different font. I could choose like Comic Sans because everyone loves that font. I could also choose... There's so many that it's like you almost can't have a just plain font. So yeah, what you can do here is you can go over to spacing between letters and make them all bunched up, and it's funny because you can also put them all on top of each other and then make it hard to read. So yeah, if you're really in a crunch, this should work well. I think negative like 10 might work for me. No, negative 5. Yeah, that just puts them super close together, and I can also adjust other things. So what I think I'm gonna do is, just as an example, I'll save this GNS 530 button text. And I think this will be easier because it'll just be importing an SVG and scaling it instead of having everything, like having me fix everything myself. Yeah. Yeah, CDI font is too big as well. That's a fantastic point. Um, oh, it looks like you're doing a name giveaway in the chat. I did one of those on a live stream. That's beautiful. Go to libraries, documents, save. I'll save it there for now, just for simplicity. Is Control Shift E export? It is. That's beautiful. I keep saying that. We're gonna export it not as a PNG, but as an SVG. Can we do that? Advanced. Oh, actually, I think what we can do is just import the Inkscape file itself. So select insert SVG from my computer, and then go over to, I guess it's just the most recent thing, and open it, and then I think, where did it go? Here it is. Yeah, then we can just come over here and place it down. And as Tyler said, this font is just too big. We need to make it smaller. So I'm going to make this smaller, and I think it might actually be easier to put it in as Fusion text. So yeah, we'll try 3.5, see how that goes. And I think that works a lot better. 3.5, let's try it here as well. 3.5. No. Let's try 3. So what I might do is just set the Inkscape ones for the ones that are tricky to do, and the Fusion ones for the ones that are easy to do, but I'll make sure I'm using the same font, and I think the font I'm using is Arial. And then I can also dimension the things to make sure they're roughly the same size. Yeah. Wow, this is so crazy. Yeah, so 3.5 works well for this one, but not the other one. Let's go here, adjust this to 3, actually, and I think 3 millimeters is going to be pretty good. But what we might run into is a considerable problem, which is, let's see, finish sketch, and then take a measurement right here. Yeah, we'll just go, I missed going dot to dot. Oh, here we go. I'll go from this point to this point. That's 0.37 millimeters. So we are in dangerous territory right here. Right here, yeah, right here, the nozzle thickness of my 3D printer is 0.4, but right here, this is 0.379, or 0.397, so I need to make it slightly bigger for it to even just put one layer on. So I'm kind of dancing a crazy game. What might help is making this bold. I'm a very bold person. We can make this bold. Let's do it. So yeah, we'll make it bold. I don't think that affected any of the spacing, so bold is definitely a good option for this. And just finish sketch, and now let's see how far apart it is. Let's look at the length of the line, and you'll notice the length of the line is 0.6, so that's a lot better than it was before. Tyler says, I'm currently making a picture of Draco without textures though. If you want, I'll send you a picture of it when it's done. That would be fantastic. It sounds like a really cool project, and I like the look of Draco, the airplane, too. So that's really cool. Probably not. I don't really like the looks of Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter, so that's a little different. That's funny. Um, yeah. You can. Oh, should I do the thing where I put you in timeout and then all of your messages just delete? Uh, or I can do them individually. Haha. It's really fun because I have a ton of power with this little live streams. I can just like nuke a person on the live stream and have everything they say go away. Yeah. So, wow, it's been an hour and a half and I've enjoyed every second of it. Thank you so much for sharing the journey, I guess is what I say. Here's the GPS progress. We did a little bit of soldering. We have a new microphone that we can tap and testing. And I don't think I showed you my podcast mic stand right here. I'm going to look in my DMs later. We won't do the phone call thing because of the time. It's kind of late and I wanted to focus on the GPS. I do want to show you my mic stand though. It's really funny. So it's... Here we go. So it's an XLR cable, but I made this in my shop. And then here's the properly threaded bolt, and then it's just kind of like wagging around. And then I have a clamp, so I can clamp it to the table. And I think that sometimes creative solutions can be good. I will definitely probably upgrade to a like actual podcasting mic where you have it on an arm, so you can like put it here and then put it back. I think that'd be like a workflow improvement. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how funny I thought that my wooden stand was, because look at it. Yeah, that about concludes it for the video lecture today. I sound like my math teacher, which is a good thing. The stream is almost over. So sorry, everyone, that... Oh, did I just unplug it? Hello. The stream is almost over. So sorry for everyone that just got on it. I know time zones can be really weird because some places it's like 2 p.m. Some places it's 4 p.m. Some places it's like 1 a.m. I do need a shock mount. That's something I really gotta get because it's going bong 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 everywhere. Oh, and when I type too. So yeah. Welcome, Nun, and there's some really weird comments here. And oh, and we do have some picture of Draco. So I have permission to share this. So I'm gonna share the rendering of Draco. Let's see. You can show it if you wanna. Okay, that's good. I wanted to make sure I'm not like showing confidential things. But in the Discord, here's a rendering of the Draco that Tyler was working on. It looks really cool. Blows my mind because I tried modeling an airplane and it was pretty tricky. Very well done. Oh, you even got the shocks in. That's really awesome. I like the LED too, the light and the exhaust. It looks suave, or like handsome. Very well done, Tyler. Fantastic work. And I'll see you in the next. Oh, you didn't even see this. I'm so sorry. It's right here. Right here it is. I really like it. It looks super cool. The rendering looks really nice. Well done. I always say like, thank you for coming to my live stream, and then talk for another 10 minutes, but I don't have any excuse not to, I guess. I'm kidding. Oh, I read that so wrong. I'm like, steal your sis. I'm not gonna steal their hair. We do have a wig. Yeah, their elastic hairs or their elastic bands. I could do that. Yeah. Um, can't hear. Yeah, it's back. Yep, midnight for me. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for attending and yeah, I'm going to sign off. I'll be in the Discord for a few more seconds after and then I have to go. Peace. Oh no, this is super awkward. I didn't press the little end stream button, so you're gonna have to see me like watch it. I'm hovering over the end screen button. Bye everyone. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next Friday. There won't be one next week, so just be mindful of that. It was a pleasure there, and have a nice next week. Bye.